Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Sharky here, bringing you guys PML Week 3. I'm going to go over the team real quick. First, I'll go over my opponent, who, not going to lie, and it's the New Orleans Nurse Joys, I believe, is Week 3. So I'm just going to get into their team. You'll be seeing it now. It's Jirachi, Mega Altaria, Rotom Wash, Terrakion, Celebi, Garchomp, Darmanitan, Scolipede, Scrafty, and Cinccino. So, basically, I was very afraid of him just bringing like hyper offense like Jirachi, Mega Altaria, Terrakion, Garchomp, Darm, and like Cinccino. So I made a more defensive kind of team, and I'll just start off. We're bringing back Durant just because it has really good coverage over a good majority of his team as long as I can hit the moves. I was gonna run Wide Lens, but I didn't know how much that helped against Hustle. So I decided to run Life Orb for extra damage too. That way I could put more in speed. So I would I'm sped crept to outspeed Jirachi and Celebi, unless they're scarfed. So I had to put a little bit less in defense, but I could still eat any hit from Cinccino. Like Cinccino can't even 2-hit KO Durant, so that's pretty good. Next we have Scarf T-Tar, just because it's adamant too for just more damage. Just because Scarf T-Tar puts in a lot of work. It's just good to come in and hit stuff hard and whatnot. Next I have Condom, the Electros. It's AV with a little bit of special attack, a lot of defense, and a lot of HP. This thing is basically just a wall. It can eat a lot of his physical mons hits. It can completely wall Rotom Wash. Like this thing 1v1s Rotom Wash every day of the week. It also beats Mega Altaria if Mega Altaria comes in, which it probably would, because it would see this thing as a set up, like something is set up in the face of, because Acid Spray plus HP Ice will kill any variant of Mega Altaria, so that's pretty good. Next up we have a more defensive Cress. This thing is just supposed to eat hits from like things like Terrakion. I have Lunar Dance, that way I can heal up some of my more offensive mons if this thing gets weak and I don't see its use being there anymore. It's also a good kind of a good Scrafty counter, because Scrafty would want to come in, so I have Moonblast. Next up we have Belly Drum Lanoon. Now it's going to be very hard to set up on his team because there's no real mon that I can just get a free Belly Drum off on. So basically Lanoon is just there. If I can get a Belly Drum, do it. If not, it just hits hard with like its moves. It's 239, it's reasonable. Plus E-Speed, best priority. Anyways, if I can get Belly Drum up, it sweeps his entire team. So it's good to know that. And finally we have defensive Nidoqueen. This thing's mainly just to get rocks up to wear down his things like Darm and stuff that really just run through my team. And the Smackdown Earthquake tech is I know Rotom Wash loves to come in on Nidoqueen. So if I can if I come in on like Jirachi, doesn't have a Zen Headbutt, he might fear the Earthquake, go into Rotom Wash, click Smackdown, and then click EQ, because I can live at least one Hydro Pump. So yeah, that's the team, and I'm just gonna get into the battle for you guys. Alright guys, I'm back with the team from the team builder, and as you can see, he brought Mega Altaria, Cinccino, Jirachi, Scrafty, Rotom Wash, and Darmanitan. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I watched my opponent's replays, and his first week, Cinccino, which had a really good matchup, just like it does now pretty much, he led with, so I decided, I'll just lead with Durant, because it kind of matches up well. The only thing that it doesn't really match up against is if he has Intimidate Scrafty or Darm lead. So other than that, Durant's kind of a good lead overall, unless Rotom too, but I don't see why you would lead Rotom. So let's get right into it. I lead off with Durant. He actually leads off with Scrafty. It happens to be Intimidate, so basically my Iron Head would do nothing. So I just go right down to Nidoqueen, predicting like a Fire Punch or a knockoff. I know I can take it, and he just goes for the knockoff, which is good that Durant gets to keep its Life Orb. And I just set up my rocks here because I know Rotom's coming in. I could have gotten that cheeky Smackdown EQ, but I decided to save it for later. Go into Eel, because I know I can take every hit, and I can 1v1 this thing perfectly. He goes out into Altaria, which is actually perfect. I'm gonna click Acid Spray every day of the week. That way HP Ice can kill. He goes for Dragon Dance, just like I thought he would. I can live a +1 attack from any attack from this thing. And there's the -2 to the def. And now HP Ice will kill. He goes for D-Dance again, probably predicting an Acid Spray. And Eel gets the kill with HP Ice, which is really good because that threat is gone. Now he goes into Darm. Eel can live a hit, but I want to save it for Rotom, so I go out into Cress, which eats any hit of Darm's. And I decided I just want to let this thing take recoil, hurt itself a little bit more. So I'm just gonna Moonlight here. That way I can also take 2 more. As he goes down to Scrafty, which is fine by me. I have Moonblast. I can live a knockoff. So I just go for Moonblast. And as you see, he does only 48. I was predicting 90 if he was max attack, but he's actually like a calm AV variant. I can tell by that like damage. So he goes on to Jirachi because he knows the next Moonblast will kill him. And I have Shadow Ball on Cresselia, but I'm just gonna switch out into Nidoqueen right here just to take an Iron Head or anything. I didn't know if he had like Shadow Ball himself or what he had to like hit Cress, but he gets up his own rocks, so I'm not too worried about because I didn't bring Megazard X. I also didn't bring a remover just because rocks aren't needed, but I do get the smackdown play. Now at this range of health, I will die to a Hydro Pump from this, but basically the EQ didn't kill, which you might wonder why I just sacked off Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen did nothing because he didn't have Terrakion. It already got out the rocks, and it just kind of did nothing really. So I decided to risk it. Maybe he misses the Hydro Pump and I get off big damage with the EQ. But as you can see, he actually hits the Hydro Pump. So that's kind of sucks. But I can go out into my Scarf T-Tar, which will won't kill, but it'll live 2 Hydro Pumps and it'll do a lot with the Earthquake. And I presumed he didn't have Willow right now. I presumed he had a Thunder Wave just because I feel like he would have already clicked Will-O-Wisp against like Nidoqueen or whatnot, just to be annoying like Rotom is. I scared out with the Earthquake. In comes Scrafty, which tries to lower my attack. I guess to live. Earthquake still does 25, but I'm just staying in and clicking Earthquake again. Like, there's no reason I'm not. I'm getting my kill. So Scrafty goes down. That's good too because it makes my special attacker Cress do a little bit more. In comes Cinccino. I know I can live a hit, but I'm going hard down to Durant because I know Durant lives any hit from this thing. As he just goes for a U-turn, which doesn't do much at all. And I know he's going on to Durham, of course. And I decided right here, I'm going to go on to T-Tar because Cress is weak and I need to Moonlight up. And this thing can click Flare Blitz twice and kill Cress. So go on to T-Tar, which I know can take one. As he goes for the Flare Blitz, I'm living. He gets recoil, and I'm Scarf, so I thought I could outspeed, even though I knew he was Scarf pretty much, just because that's what Durham always is. But I could live the second Flare Blitz, which I do, and it dies to the recoil and my Crunch, which I went for. I went for Crunch just because if I went for EQ, Rotom could come in, and Crunch just did the most damage to all of his team. And so Cinccino comes out, and it's actually faster than me, and it's not even Scarf, like its space speed is faster than me. But I know he's banded just because of his damage. So I know he just locked himself into Rock Blast, which is nothing to Cress. And look at that. Nice. I just get to Moonlight up for free on this thing. And Cress is now back up to full pretty much. Not pretty much, but I'm up to full now, like after this turn of Moonlight. I did that just so that way I wouldn't be put in range of another Tail Slap or Rock Blast. And now I just go for the Shadow Ball because Jirachi came in. I have a feeling he won't go back out into Cinccino because it can't do any damage to me. So I just get the Shadow Ball, crit the Rotom. I don't think it really matters too much because that's just like a couple turns of lefties. And I just go on to Eel to 1v1 this thing. He goes for the Thunder Wave. I wasn't really predicting that, but I was predicting more or less a Toxic, if anything. But I actually found out later he didn't bring Toxic, which is good. Eat the Hydro Pump, Giga Drain, basically get all the health that he just damaged me, like a little bit. He damaged me 5% more, but I had lefties, or Assault Vest. I'm not lefties, but he had the lefties, my bad. I just go for Giga Drain again as Jirachi comes in. I kind of knew he would do that after he saw how much it did, but I saw no reason not to really. Like, I can just go out into Durant is what Alright, Volt Switch. I know I get a slow Volt Switch because I know it can still 1v1 Rotom and take any hit from this. And I go into Durant, which is faster. And I just click Crunch in the hopes that I hit it and I kill, which is great. I got 50% perfectly, so it means I can live any hit from Cinccino. The max it did was like 30%, I think. He goes for the Tail Slap. And I know Iron Head kills no matter what. And like I live on 1. You got a crit, and I missed the Iron Head. So it doesn't really matter though in reality because Cress just comes in and eats, and I just get the Moonblast. Like, look, I can just Moonblast here, So I'm pretty low actually. Like the next one more tail slap will kill me. But at this range, E-speed from Lanoon will kill. So I'm pretty much, I'll explain my play right there. Basically, I was okay with sacking Crest because it did nothing anymore since Chino was low enough to where E-speed from Lanoon would kill. And I'm pretty sure, even if it didn't kill Rotom, I could just go right back out into Eel and 1v1 Rotom. So I lost nothing by sacking Crest right there, which is why I stayed in, and he just happened to miss, which is a little bit like, it's, I guess, because Durham missed. But Durant's supposed to miss more often. And I just go right on the Eel, take the Hydro Pump. I live any hit now, I just get to go for Giga Drain and win the game. So, yeah, we pick up a win week 3, 3-0. That puts us to 3-0 plus 8 going into week 4. And a little bit of history for me. Anytime I've gone 4-0, my first loss was a 6-0. So, I kind of hope I lose week 4 a little bit. I mean, I want to win, of course. I'm going to build. But I really hope I don't get to 4-0 because that is my bad luck. Like anytime I get 4-0, my first loss will be a 6-0. It's just always what happens. So I don't really want to get 6-0'd. So maybe I won't win next week. But you know, I'm gonna try and win for as long as I can. I'm really enjoying the team. I actually really like it. So I'll see you guys in week 4. Later.